Hi there, welcome to my YouTube channel Dhyani Classes. If you are watching my video for the first time, do subscribe my channel, hit the bell icon so that you get notified whenever new video will be uploaded. So in today's video we will cover the chapter The Interview written by Christopher Sylvester from class 12 CBSE. So let's get started. Let's talk about the author. Christopher Sylvester was a student of history at Peterhouse, Cambridge. He was a reporter for Private Eye for 10 years and has written feature of Vanity Fair. Following is an excerpt taken from his introduction to the Penguin Book of Interviews, an anthology from 1859 to present day. The chapter on the interview has been written by the Christopher Sylvester. This chapter is divided into two parts. In the first part of the chapter, author is talking about the opinion on conducting interviews by the famous author, and the second part of the chapter is based on an interview and his discovery. So let's get started with line by line explanation of the first part of the chapter. Since its invention a little over 130 years ago, the interview has become a commonplace of journalism. So here the author is talking about the interview where one-on-one or more than two people set up the meeting and talk to each other on various things or asking questions and giving answers. Interview divided into two characters that are interviewers, that means the one who asks questions called interviewers, and the second character is interviewee, that means the one who answer the questions. So the author is saying since its invention a little over 130 years ago. That means he is talking about the interview that has been discovered some 130 years ago, and nowadays, especially in journalism, the interview is one of the most important part and plays great role on it. So an interview is necessary when it comes to the journalism. Further he says today most everybody who is literate will have read an interview at some point in their lives. So here he says that almost everybody who knows how to read and write will have read or heard an interview in their life through newspaper or television. And while from the other point of view, several thousand celebrities have been interviewed over the years, some of them repeatedly. So here he is talking about several thousand celebrities, that means famous personalities such as movie stars, writers and so on, will have been interviewed at once at least in their life, and some of them gets a chance twice or thrice in their career. It is so hardly surprised that opinions of the interview, of its functions, method and merits vary considerably. So here he is saying about without an interview one can't get the job or share their opinion when it comes to famous personality, and everybody knows that what is interview and how it works, and they have a different views about it and its fractions, methods and merits as well, that means its purpose, arrangement and usage and interview. Some might make quite extravagant claim for it as being in its highest form a source of truth, and in its practice an art. So here the narrator is saying some people make quite extravagant claim, that means high claim that it is the highest form a source of truth. That means when you have an interview, one can get the truth from the other person. And he says in its practice and art, that means interviewing is a form of art and one can tell the truth. Others, usually celebrities who see themselves as its victim. So here the narrator is saying that most of the celebrities feel that they are being tortured or harmed during interviews. And further he says might despise the interview is an unwarranted intrusion into their lives or feel that it someone diminishes them, just as in some primitive cultures it is believed that if one takes a photographic portrait of somebody then one is stealing that person's soul. So here most of the celebrities might despise the interview, that means most of the celebrities don't want to entertain or conduct any interview because they think it is an unwarranted intrusion in their life. That means they don't allow unwelcome interruption or ask personal questions related to their lives or feel it that somehow diminishing them. That means they feel that these questions decrease their fame. And in some primitive culture, it is believed that if one takes a photographic portrait of somebody, that one is stealing that person's soul. So, what do you mean by primitive culture here? That means people who belongs to an early stage of civilization, and celebrities feels that if they take a photograph of somebody, they feel that their soul or personal life is being stolen. V.S. Naipaul feels that some people are wounded by interviews and lose a part of themselves. So here the narrator include V.S. Naipaul. He was a writer and he wrote many fiction and non-fiction in English. So he also feels that most of the personalities or most of the famous people don't allow to be interviewed, and they feel that they are criticized or they lose a part of themselves after the interview. Lewis Carroll, the creator of Alice in Wonderland, was said to have had a just horror of the interviewer, and he never consented to be interviewed. So further he is talking about the Lewis Carroll, and he was also English writer of children fiction, and he wrote a novel Alice in Wonderland, and he said that I had a very bad experience during an interview, and he never ready to be interviewed after this incident. And further he said it was his horror of being lionized which made him thus repel would-be acquaintances, interviewers, and the persistent petitioner for his photograph, and he would afterwards relate the stories of his success in silencing all such people with much satisfaction and amusement. So here he said it was his horror of being lionized. That means he had a fear of being noticed or getting too much public attention, and he did not want to entertain such occurrence in his life, that he would have run away from all these people, and this made him repel from his acquaintances. That means people whom he knew, and the interviewers, and the persistent petitioner, or people who continuously come in towards him getting autograph or signature, and afterward relate the stories of his success in silencing all such people with much satisfaction and amusement. And that means later on, when he was alone, he used to tell all these story to his known about interviews, and would tell how he was able to silence all these people. Rudyard Kipling expressed an even more condemnatory attitude towards the interviewer. So here narrator talking about one of the famous short story writer, poet or novelist named Rudyard Kipling, and he wrote a Jungle Book, and he also expressed an even more condemnatory attitude toward the interviewer. That means he also does not like to give interview and expressed strong disapproval towards the interviewer. His wife Caroline writes in her diary for 14th October 1892 that their day was wrecked by two reporters from Boston. So here his wife Caroline also wrote in her diary on 14th October 1892 that two reporters from Boston City had come and spoiled their day just because of they asked them unpleasant questions. She reports her husband as saying to the reporters, "Why do I refuse to be interviewed? Because it is immoral." So here Rudyard Kipling expressed views towards the interviewer and told the interviewers that he does not like to be interviewed because it is immoral. That means interviews are unethical, and further he said it is a crime just as much as a crime of as an offense against my person as an assault, and just as much merits punishment. So here he also mentioned that an interview is a crime and as an assault just like another crime, and any journalist or any individual who interviews and comes for taking interview should be punished or deserve a punishment, and it is cowardly and vile. So he also mentioned that taking in the interview is completely unpleasant and fearful exercise. No respectable man would ask it, much less give it, yet Kipling had himself perpetrated such an assault on Mark Twain's only a few years before. So here he says no respectable man would ask it. That means any such a person with self-respect would not give or plan an interview because he knows the reality to be interviewed, And further he says, yet Kipling had himself perpetuated such an assault. That means Kipling had an interview earlier and he feels that he carried himself such an assault on Mark Twain some years ago. So who is Mark Twain here? This is an unreal name of a Samuel Langhorne Clemens, and he was also a writer and was known by his pen name Mark Twain. H.G. Wells, an interview in 1894, referred to the interviewing ordeal. So here there was another writer named H.G. Wells, and he was also a writer and he wrote dozens of novels and short stories, and he has been interviewed regularly, but in 1894 referred to the interviewing ordeal. That means he also experienced many problems during an interview, but was a fairly frequent interviewee, and 40 years later found himself interviewing Joseph Stalin. So here he used to attend many interviews at that time, and after 40 years later found himself interviewing Joseph Stalin. That means after 40 years later he had an interview with Joseph Stalin. Saul Bellow, who has considered to be interviewed on several occasions, nevertheless once described interviews as being like thumbprints on his windpipe. So here the narrator is talking about Saul Bellow, and he is an English writer and won Nobel Prize for Literature, and he has consented to be interviewed on several occasions. So that means many times he also experienced difficulties while giving an interview and accepted that an interview is a crime and an assault, and feels that thumbprints of the interviewer are always on his windpipe. Yet despite the drawbacks of interview, it is a supremely serviceable medium of communication. So here the narrator is saying that yet despite the drawbacks of the interview, that means there are so many negative and confusing opinion on the interview, but it is a supremely serviceable medium of communication. That means it is a highly recommended medium for communication. These days, more than at any other time, our most vivid impression of our contemporaries are through interviews, Dennis Bryan has written. So further writer is talking about Dennis Bryan, a famous writer, and he has written about interviews and said interviews are most important and easiest way of communication, and says in his time there were famous people who belongs to our time. So through the interview we know more about them and we get more impression about celebrities or famous people through the interview, and said interviews plays a great role to come into the limelight. Almost everything of moment reaches us through one man asking questions of another. So he says we get to know reality and truth about the person when one man asking questions of another. That means through the interview, when interviewer asking questions to the interviewee, we get to know the real truth about the person. Because of this, the interviewer hold questions of unprecedented power and influence. So here during the interview, the interviewer plays a great role, and by asking an accurate questions to the interviewee to get a lot of truth from his mouth. I hope you liked the video. Let's look at the second part of this chapter in my next video. For more informative videos, do subscribe my channel, hit the bell icon so that I get notified whenever new video will be uploaded. So thank you so much for watching once again. Stay safe, stay healthy.